Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into just one source. It's the guide, Testosterone Blood Test in Northampton, your guide from Blood Test UK. Our goal here, really simple. We want to cut through any noise, explain the real benefits this test offers you, and show just how straightforward it is to get it done, locally in Northampton.
Exactly. Think of this as getting the essential info you need. We're not going to get bogged down in complex medical stuff. It's really about understanding this test as a tool, a key piece of information for feeling better, for getting clarity on symptoms maybe you've been dismissing.
Okay, let's unpack that.
Yeah.
So basically a testosterone test, it measures a hormone level in your blood. And the guide from Blood Test UK highlights this as important because it helps doctors find potential underlying issues like hypogonadism.
Right. And hypogonadism, it sounds a bit technical, but really it just means your body isn't quite making enough of certain hormones. And if those levels are off, well, it can affect a lot of things. For men, it might explain why they feel constantly tired, or maybe notice they're losing muscle, or even struggling with mood, feeling irritable.
And importantly, this isn't just about men, is it? The source material points out that these T levels are also looked at for women, sometimes linked to conditions like PCOS, Polycystic Ovary Syndrome.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting how these hormone levels connect to those really specific symptoms people experience. Persistent tiredness, that loss of muscle we mentioned, but also things like difficulty concentrating, that sort of brain fog, or feeling unusually irritable or even depressed. If you're dealing with that kind of stuff, this test can offer a starting point, an actual biological clue.
So finding out early if there's an imbalance that seems to be the main advantage here. The Blood Test UK guide really stresses this. Getting tested can boost your overall health. We're talking better energy, maybe a lift in mood.
Definitely. Better energy, improved mood, even better mental well-being. It connects, Addressing a potential hormonal driver for things like anxiety or feeling low, it links the physical and the mental.
Right. Treating a root cause, potentially.
Exactly. Which leads us nicely into, well, how do you actually do it? People sometimes think blood tests are a hassle.
Yeah, how easy is it? Is it going to take up your whole morning?
No, not at all, usually.
Yep.
It's typically just a quick blood draw from your arm. Takes, less than 5 minutes? And our source, Blood Test UK, mentions that fasting generally isn't required for the standard test, which makes scheduling easier.
Okay.
Though it's always smart to double check, especially if your doctor wants a specific type, like a free T-test. Sometimes those are best done in the morning, but generally pretty simple.
And that accessibility piece is key, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Especially for someone right there in Northampton wanting to get this sorted. Where can they actually go?
That's the good news. Local options are available. Blood Test UK confirms this. Whether you go via the NHS, maybe through your GP if it's needed medically, or you choose to go privately, there are places right in Northampton. Think Northampton Wellbeing Hospital, local GP surgeries, even Spire Northampton Hospital. It's accessible.
That definitely lowers the barrier.
Right.
But you mentioned private versus NHS. Let's talk practicalities, the cost. The source gives a range. 30 to 200 pounds, that seems like a big difference.
It is quite a wide range, yeah, and that reflects the different routes. The lower end, say around 30 pounds, that might be closer to an NHS cost, perhaps if you have a referral from your GP because it's medically indicated. The higher end, up towards 200 pounds, that's more typical for the private route. Often the trade-off there is speed. You might get results faster privately. But NHS testing is, of course, covered if your doctor agrees it's necessary.
Okay, so knowing all this, getting this information is really just step one, isn't it, towards taking action?
Yeah.
Once you have those results, that number helps your doctor figure out the best plan for you. Maybe it's lifestyle changes, diet tweaks, perhaps medication. But knowing that baseline level is crucial.
Absolutely. And speaking of planning, if you are going to book a test, there's one really vital preparation step. You absolutely must tell your doctor or the clinic about all the medicines you're taking. Everything.
Why is that so important?
Because some medications, things like opioids, even some types of antidepressants, they can actually change your hormone levels. They can affect the test result. And you don't want that because it could lead down the wrong path, maybe a wrong diagnosis or treatment plan. So full disclosure on meds is key.
That's a really crucial point.
Right.
Okay, so this deep dive, using the info compiled by Blood Test UK, has hopefully given you a clear shortcut to understanding a useful health tool available right there in Northampton.
Yeah, it's about having that knowledge. So maybe here's something for you to think about as we wrap up. We know things like your diet, how well you sleep, your stress levels, they all play a part in hormone balance, including testosterone. So even before you think about scheduling a test, what's one small positive change you could maybe make starting today just to support your hormone health naturally? Something to consider.